I'm Eric Nelson for CCX News here at Sandburg Middle School in Golden Valley. And of course, COVID-19 has forced many changes into this world, including distance learning for kids in school. And Deb Dragseth joins us now, counselor here at Sandburg. And let's start with your role. How has it changed dealing with kids from afar?
Our role has definitely changed. We are finding ourselves communicating with kids in many different ways. So I used to be able to go to a classroom, pick up a kid, call a teacher, pick up a kid to come down to my office. Now we're using email, we're using Schoology messages, phone calls, whether that's to the family. Some families let us give us their kid's cell phone so I can call the kid directly. Video chats through Google Meets, which is very different than sitting in person with a student, but all those different ways are giving us access to our kids.
Yeah, and this pandemic's been a curveball out of left field, and you've had to adjust on the fly. How has that gone from your perspective?
Yeah, we really were tossed in pretty quickly, and kind of had to think on our feet. So we've really had to adjust what we do and try to plan for the unknown, which isn't always easy. So, for example, at our school, we created a resource website for kids and families where kids can find out how to make a virtual appointment with us as counselors or other support staff. Families can look on there for resources for meals for kids, and just other resources, financial resources they might need during this time that we know is affecting so many families. And in some ways, that's their top priority, and school comes in second. So however we can support them and their basic needs is really our goal.
How do you think the kids overall are dealing with the challenges of distance learning?
I think it depends. I think some kids are actually really rising to the occasion. They're finding that there are less distractions for them, and they're able to kids that maybe we didn't always expect, really rocking it out. And then there are a lot that it's really tough for, because kids are trying to figure out how to manage a schedule at home. There's no bell to tell them when to go to social studies class, so they have to figure out how to manage that on their own, and that's really a life skill that high schoolers and college kids deal with, not 12 to 14-year-olds deal with. So I think it's been a challenge, and it's been tough for some families, and some parents are working and trying to support their kid at home with their child at home with school, and it's a lot for families to juggle, and that's not including, if they've lost their job, and then those other basic needs that they're struggling with as well.
And finally, normally this building behind us, Sandburg Middle School, is bustling with kids and activity and energy. That's all gone right now. I'm sure you miss it, don't you?
Yeah, I think that's actually one of the things that I've noticed the most. I find distance learning exhausting. Staring at a screen to communicate with kids, families, my colleagues, the energy that you get from being around children, especially at the middle school level, but even at high school and elementary, that energy that they bring is what helps feed us and fuel us through the day, and we're missing that. We're missing that a lot.
And that's Deb Dragseth, a counselor here at Sandburg Middle School in Golden Valley. I'm Eric Nelson for CCX News.
Find more local news stories at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.